It's an organization we have. We started to try to help out. We all have teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So just let y'all know this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're trying to help out trying to save lives. And not just trying to make it better for you, we're trying to make it better for us.
So by the time I get to school in the morning, my first kicks, somebody come to talk to me, I'm not beat. They can't relate to me. These still just clowns, man. I don't want to hear that peace, that this, that. I want to be for it. Until one day, right, my cousin got killed in the backyard. And how my whole family reacted off that. Before I go to funerals, my homies get killed. Yo, we gonna get G'd up, word is gonna come through. We gonna come through late, yo. Word is born. The limo pull up, the hearse pull up, we gonna come late. We gonna come in the crowd, you know. It was a show off. But when I had to see my aunt cry, when I had to see her bury her last, she outlived every last one of her kids. Outlived every last one. You know, Planned Parenthood gave us a statistic out, right? We're the only race in the United States that are dying more than they're being born. There are more of us blacks dying than there are being born. It's a joke now. It's cool now. It's cool now to around, but you know what I'm saying? When the reality hit home, it breaks your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't getting paid for this. We don't want to see we ain't getting a paycheck. We out here in the rain. You know why? Because we don't want to see it happen to y'all. It can't happen. It will happen. All we ask for is your undivided attention so it don't happen. I don't want nothing to happen to you, man. Regardless of what, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I'm trying to prepare y'all for what's about to happen. What the person that was up here talking to me, I wish I could have took advantage of that, but I didn't. That set me back. About 10 years, me just not listening to this fool right here. If I just listened that one time, nah, I thought I knew everything.
So just don't think that we just got pulled off the streets to make us look good to talk to us. Trust me, every last one of us been through it. At least we bought her because she more used. She has stories to tell. It's heavy, but just her alone, you know, she could tell us about some things too, because she's in college now, and she was one of the ones who made it. And she's definitely so proud of her. And so, because she listened to her grandma. It wasn't she listened to her dad, which is my brother, or her mom. She listened to her grandma. And so, just know that what you take their parents through now, it's crazy, you know what I mean? And it's just not fair what you're doing. I have a 19-year-old son. He's incarcerated on a lot of time. My son was basically with a wrong crowd. I'm from Lincoln Tech, a straight A student. I'm a great parent to him. He came from a good background. So he wasn't the ones whose mom was getting high or the dad was in jail, back and forth. I just did my time, but I didn't want to do that no more. That was it, you know what I'm saying? So just let you know him, the situation he made, I didn't know if I wanted to be sad for him or pissed off at him. I was both at one time, because I know he's a smart dude, intelligent with the rapping, with chopping your head off in that booth. The dude is an intelligent dude, you know what I'm saying? Here it is. He took away a lot of his time over some nonsense that took 10 minutes to do. He got almost 10 years. You know what I mean? But the only thing about that, before I let somebody say something, is that part, I'm just glad my son is still here. You know what I mean? So we can still make it. At least he ain't dead.
Game, so whatever you gotta deal with, we know when you leave these doors, you gotta deal with it. And that ain't nothing teachers can help you out with. That's something you guys gotta figure out yourself how to survive out there. We come in here just to let you know that we care. And I would help any one of you guys. And I don't know none of you guys. Y'all look like us when we was young. Straight up. Like ain't none of you dudes up here no lanes, we ain't squares, and nothing like that. We all know the block, we all know all that stuff. I'm gonna give him a chance to speak a little bit. I was speaking to him in private a little bit, because he got something to say. And I like that. You know, I like
Something like this. If I die, but all my homies gonna ride. Yo, they gonna buy mine. Man, listen, my funeral was gonna be Saturday, Monday, everybody back.
But when I go out and speak, this is the whole message I want to get you to tell you. It's not normal for the kids to die first. But in our community, we got it looking like it's normal. You can watch the animal planet, right? The mother give birth to the cub grow up, the mother end up dying and the cub take over. We got it backwards, right? Our kids are dying first and it's regular now. Oh, I'm going to my homie's funeral. Oh, 3 months later, I'm going to my homie's funeral. And that's all I want to give to you is, it can change if we can change our thinking pattern to make decisions that make your life awesome. Right?
First, I want to say, I want to salute y'all, the staff, and all of y'all. for allowing us to be here to speak to y'all. Right now I'm in the weather, but I'm here to represent for y'all. I want to let y'all know, this is not a job for us. This is our duty. I just left work. We all got 9 to 5. I just left work to come here and speak to y'all. And I want to say, definitely my man right here, General, I definitely salute you, man. I salute definitely a soldier, and I'm feeling you. I'm definitely in. Because my name Ali, it's my brother Aqua. We originally from Plainfield. You might go ask your parents, ask about Ali and Aqua. Was always stand-up dudes to this day. Always, we never followed nobody. But we was born leaders. Everybody got to understand your work. We all born leaders, but in time, you choose your path to be losers. Because now, if you in any type of gang or anything you doing, that's not a leader. He could be the 5-star to the crib, whatever, that's not a leader. That's a losing way. You a loser. Because you look at it at the end of the day, it's jail or death. Tell me where that's leading. That's not the truth right there. There's nothing the truth about that. What we call ourselves urban leaders. This is leaders right here. This right here is leaders. And we do have it backwards. Understand this. I guarantee you, hold on, man. I guarantee you this. If you, and I'm not just saying you, but I'm talking to you right now. Let's say, I'm quite sure you're probably home living with your parents or somebody, and you probably don't make up your bed or something. Or you might fill the garbage up. The dish is dirty. Your mother come home from hard day's work and say, General, make your bed up. Why your bed's still messy? Why your room dirty? Why you take out the garbage? You know what you would say? And my mom, I can't stand it. But you go with the dude, the dude who might join a gang and don't even know him and don't even care about you. And he said, yo, go hit him up. And you go shoot everybody on the block. You go shoot everybody on the block, but the one who cares about you the most, you'll say, F my mother. Come on, man, let's go. I respect that, though. I respect that, General. By the end of the day, it does mean something. I'm saying, whatever you think, that's what you have said. But at the end of the day, it means something. Because the thing is, whatever you do is for your future. For your man, kids, or you might have kids, you set the path for them. So if you want to kind of handle that, do you. I just don't be a leader, bro. Be a leader.
Ask you guys, how many of you plan to go to college after this? I have a saying that I live by. If no one has ever done it, make yourself the first. All right? So if someone's done it, then you can do it. If no one ever done it, make yourself the first. For real. Because they go to college. And I'm a nursing major right now, and I'm doing what I gotta do. I refuse to lose because out here, it's nothing for me. There's nothing. I mean, you guys, you might say, going to school and stuff like that. It's not cute. It's not even for the female. It's not cute. You got a guy telling you what to do. I've been in a relationship like that. I've been an older guy. I mean, it's not cool. It's not cute at all. So, I'm more so here to let you know, mostly the ladies, that do what you gotta do, baby girl, for real. Do not get caught up out here. Do not, because it's not a good look at all. I mean, I almost fell under, but I was able to pull myself up. Please do not. Don't allow a guy to define you. Don't allow anything, because it's not good at all. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell my whole life story, but I know I can relate to you. I know where you've been, everything. My mother was on drugs growing up. My dad was on drugs. My dad right now has been in jail for 9 years. Actually, he gets out March 15th. But he's been there most of my life, the important years, me growing up, being a young lady. I've seen, it's a lot I haven't seen. Very little I have not seen. A little bit that y'all hear from me today, my uncles don't even know. A lot I haven't seen. So anybody who has an excuse to go out there and wild out and be in the game, it's me. I could have easily did it because, growing up, I lived in shelters, like 3 or 4 shelters and hotels, and I had it rough. My grandmother is in church, thank God, and she introduced me to God. So at first it was a little shaky, her transforming me, being this kid, I did go to church, and I introduced myself to God. That's most, if it wasn't for God, I would not be standing here in front of y'all. I'll be at home taking care of my kids, for real. So, y'all, ladies, do what you gotta do, maybe.
How many people have ever heard of a guy named U.Lead? created was the greatest magician, illusionist of all time. Ever heard of him?
No.
They put him in this little cage and they locked him for him. So then what they said, if you can get out this cage, you'll be the greatest illusionist of all time. He said, great. So they put him in there and they set him up. So after 2 hours, he took the little thing out of his mouth. He tried to pick the lock. He did everything he could. And after 2 hours, he gave up. He said, I guess I'm not going to get out. So he leaned against the door, and the door opened. They never locked it. They forgot. But even though he was the greatest illusionist, operator, escape artist in the world, he couldn't get out of the prison that was already open. Now let's flip this. Look at your life. See, we create our own prisons for ourselves. Now watch this. We create our own prisons, and this is how we do it. Last week, I went to a baby shower. This lady was 50 years old. She was having a baby shower. Check it out. Listen up. She was having a baby shower for her great-granddaughter. Listen to it. She was having a baby shower for her great-granddaughter. So who's been napping her? So let's figure this out real quick. That means, let's figure this out. That means none of them could have been more than 20 years old when they had a baby. None of them. But here's the most amazing thing. I went to her house and she's on welfare, the lady that's 50. Whose daughter lives down the street, who's also on welfare. Whose daughter, who's still in high school, having a second kid, who's also on welfare. So watch this. Watch this though. How are they creating that prison? It's in their mind, because there's no escape. See, because we don't learn from what people tell us. The best lesson you want to give to somebody is the lesson you give them from your action. See, because it doesn't really matter what you say. It matters what you do. Even if I say I'm the greatest basketball player of all time, I don't care how good I back it up. Once you slide me outside, I'm going to find out the truth. Because I'm not the best basketball player in the world. So girls, no side note, I don't care what he said. He's the best player in the world.
But you heard what I said earlier? Remember what I said earlier about your mom's on you? Probably about you got the dishes dirty. Probably you make up the bed. But the thing I'm trying to say is that you saying that you gang banging.
Drinking weed. Listen to me. All your homies, right? All your homies allow you to do that. And you do it. But the one person that don't want you to do that is your mother. And you don't listen to her. That's why we're here. Why we think destroy your homies allow you to do that? It's her. That's her.
People, young kids, what you want to be in 5 years or 2 years. Because if you don't understand your work, you ain't going to make it. 5 years, once a little problem happened, you will drop out. Understand your work, that you are a leader. For the females, understand your work that, look how deep this is, that God chose a woman life to give life. Right. That life gives life. Understand, without a woman, there's no life. Without a woman, it's nothing. So understand your leadership. If understand what's going on, understand your work. Because if you don't understand your work, you'll be popping pills, you'll be drinking, you'll be smoking weed, you do all that. But just like you said, when I said to you earlier about how your mom, you got the kids out here, the one person who, like you said, who love you the most, you'll disrespect them. But the person who don't care about you, you'll go respect them. Come on, man.
Getting ready for you guys and doing all this other stuff, but giving more attention to my daughter.
Like, this is the last thing I'm going to say.